All right, so today we're going to be talking about spiritual whistleblower. I've known her a while on the app, not even on TikTok, on YouTube first. And I wanted to know if anybody was noticing her behavior. I think I met her around, got introduced to her in 2020, 2020, maybe 2021, 22. She was heavy on the narcissist awareness side with a couple of others on YouTube. That's my first experience with her. What's up, Monet? So, I see that she's on TikTok. She's been on here for a while. And I think she gives or, she expresses her opinion and takes on other creators. She's really been on Shira Seven's neck. I've seen that. But I wanted to know if anybody was thinking the same thing that I was. If a spiritual whistleblower is becoming what she warns about. I did have a conversation with her because at the time I had just learned about what narcissists were, things like that. Especially with relationships, she was given like relationship like advice on YouTube. This was when I experienced her, and throughout my when I had the conversation with her, it was kind of heavy. Hey y'all, what's up? What's up, Terry? What's up, guys? Yeah, I'm just talking about this topic today. Spiritual whistleblower. She's on TikTok. I don't know if you guys know her, but I've known her for a while. Hold on. Let's see. Yeah, so basically, I'm just talking about giving my account of my interaction with spiritual whistleblower. She was cool, like, on the phone. But when he did her advice, I remember she was saying that she hadn't talked to her mother in like years. Given the fact that, she stated that her mother was abusive, her mother was a narcissist, so she said, but at that point in space in my life, I did not want to not talk to my mother, but her advice was very heavy. But now that I see her years later on TikTok, I don't see her as being involved, and I know a lot of people say in the comments that she's been through a lot with her family, her exes, and things like that. But she seems like the product of a hurt person. Even though that she has many degrees, many accolades, I think that she is an accomplished woman. She has a book, things like that. But it's a little bit confusing how you can see a person exhibit these types of traits. I can't really explain it. It's like destruction. And I haven't followed her in a while. After I had that conversation with her, that actually made me stop following her. It was a little bit weird. What's up, Candy? What's up, Libby? Hey guys, I just wanted to see if anybody wanted to discuss this topic. It is late as hell though, but I couldn't sleep. And I was just like doing a deep dive into her, getting reintroduced to her. And she really hasn't changed much since the last time I seen her on YouTube. What's up, Smoke? What's up, Misty? Yeah, we're just talking about spiritual whistleblower and discussing if she is spreading awareness about narcissism or if she is actually or has become a narcissist. And I had always wondered that ever since I spoke with her. What's up, Aubriana? Yeah, oh, you know her. Yeah, I've been following her for a while, like since YouTube. And yeah, I felt the same way. Like after I actually communicated with her because I was like seeking advice from an ex that I thought was a narcissist and things like that. But the conversation was heavy as shit. Yeah. Oh yeah, I've been noticing that she's become obsessed with Shira now. And I want to, do you know that she was just basically doing the narcissist awareness? Do you think that she would be considered as a narcissist if you know the definition or if you're familiar with that? Because that's how she started. She started first by talking about narcissists. And I did see that she was popping hella shit about Shira. What's up, Lala? Thank you for the like. Yeah, if you guys want to come up and discuss about spiritual whistleblower, it's cool. I'm looking for other people's takes as well. What's up, Lala? And thank you for the likes. Yeah, because I was running through her. I should have really went on my studio so I could show the videos. That's what I might do. Because it's really something to look at. Like I'm like, damn, she seems so angry. Like she gonna unalive is she gonna unalive somebody? I haven't seen anything about not, but the Shira Seven stuff is crazy. Like, how do you? Yeah, every time that she really grieved before she talked. Oh, you talking about when she was talking about Shira Seven's husband that passed away? Yeah, I heard remnants of that, but I didn't really look. I saw her talking about it, but I hadn't even known that Shira's husband. What was she saying about him? And what the hell could she say about somebody's husband that passed away? That's crazy though, and hella disrespectful. Damn, I didn't know she did all that. Yeah, because I'm telling you, I did not know that she was on. I didn't know that she was on this app like for a while, and I finally seen her, and I'm like, oh shit, she blew up because she was lit on YouTube too. There was this other guy that used to do, from what I've seen, she was telling TikTok about her being a widow. Mind you, we didn't know James passed. Oh shit. Oh yeah, that's hella disrespectful. She didn't want to come to the internet. Like the person themselves hadn't come to the internet first, and she took it on her own behalf. Yeah, yeah. I've been hearing people say that she been hating on Shira. What's up, Vinegar? Yeah, we just discussing spiritual whistleblower. It's late. I just wanted to. I had this topic on my mind because I was scrolling and I saw my girl, and I just had this thought: like, is she the thing that she preaches about? Because that's disrespectful. That seems like a person that's trying to garner some type of attention from somebody else's demise, especially in a situation that somebody has died, and you want to tell everybody before the person even gets a chance to. Yeah, but I seen that. Like I said, I had a conversation where I think it was like, I can't remember if it was like, I gotta check my email, but it was like 2022, 2023, something like that. When I was going over a breakup, I thought that she would be an encouraging individual to talk to, but my discernment be up. Like it was kind of like her rhetoric to me is kind of venomous. Like, you know how sometimes you need to be guided through a situation, or you want to hear some words of encouragement. It was kind of like, it wasn't encouragement. It was like, you need to stop talking to your mother and stop talking to this person and stop talking. Like it was like, yeah, it was like, damn, I gotta leave everybody alone. But like, that's the type of shit that she was preaching about. And I was like, man, I don't know. I don't know if I want to take this type of advice. So I just kind of backed up away from her. And even in that side of the community, like the narcissism awareness side, it was a big thing on YouTube at one time. There were a few other people, and it was like two with her. I don't know if her message has changed since then, but it was like blaming people for this. Like, oh, he's a narcissist. He took advantage of me and this, and that. It was a lot of blaming motherfuckers instead of just saying, hey, yo, I let this person treat me like this. Let me see why I was feeling whatever type of deficiency in myself and move on and fix that and address yourself. Like, I don't know. But now, just like Shorty said that she was on sex, I seen them saying that she was on Shira Seven Top. But I think that is anybody that would make you pop up in the algorithm. And I think, like she said, if she really did tell that the husband passed before Shira came out and told the public, she probably just wanted to do something groundbreaking, something viral, something to get her that attention. So whichever. But I thought y'all was gonna come up because I hate talking to myself. All right, I do talk a lot. What's up, Ash? I do talk a lot, but sometimes I want to talk to other people. Oh, thank you for the repost, Ash. What's up? But hey, baby, nothing. We just talking about spiritual whistleblower. I was scrolling. Thank you for the heart, me, Ash. I was scrolling and I was just thinking about her, like, I just looked up and I was like, It's funny to see her progress over time because, like I said, I was a follower of hers. I really liked her on YouTube too. And she kind of helped me get through a breakup. She kind of helped me realize that, hey, I don't need to keep blaming this person. Maybe if I wouldn't have talked to her, I would have still been in a victim mindset about it. So maybe it was a good thing. It was all part of a journey. But whatever the case. Oh, thank you, Ash. Thank you, babe. Ash, if you want to come up, you could come up. You know spiritual whistleblower? Yeah, Ash, I've been going for a minute. It was a whole bunch of drama that went on. Yeah. Ash, it was so much drama that went on for the Yazzie thing amongst the other bloggers. Yeah, girl, it was crazy. And I was like, because my thing is I like to blog, right? I like to report what I see, or if I think that's something that's interesting, I come tell y'all about it, right? But I realized that while I'm just doing what I'm doing, people think that you're stepping on their toes or something. Like, you could be minding your motherfucking business and doing your motherfucking thing, but people think that you're encroaching on something that belongs to them, which is fucking stories, motherfuckers. So anyway, what happened was, it was the girls that was doing the interview with Yazzie's mom after me. And they had them on the live. Like, it was a big thing or whatever. I shouted them out, tagged them up. But it was like something that they called me in there and said, oh, you were talking about us. And I'm like, what? What the fuck? I don't even talk to people on this page. Like, I'll go around, send my heart me's out to the people and keep it smoking. Just like, y'all do to me. Send them some taps, keep it smoking. But whatever the case, so I'll go to the page, speak with them. So I get in there and they're like, oh, there she goes. And I'm like, oh, shit, let me kick up. What's going on? So they was like, oh, I heard you were talking about us. Exposed seed and the bitch goddess or whatever. So I'm like, talking about y'all? What are you talking about? And only thing I had said when I was in the Mother's Live, and I kind of felt somewhat responsible, Ash, about the whole thing, about the people coming at the mom. I felt like kind of like it was my fault because I did the interview, but I didn't put her information out because I knew that the people were going to hate her and blah, blah, blah. So that's why I didn't tag her or nothing. But the mom came out on her own, so that had nothing to do with me, and it wasn't my fault. So I didn't feel bad about that, but it was just like people was cursing the mom the fuck out, and I was like, hey, yo, y'all don't gotta disrespect her mom. Like, I said that in the mom's comments, like in her live. I wasn't on the live. I was like, hey, yo, y'all don't gotta disrespect her mom. So then, whatever happened, what happened? So whatever happened, the girls was saying that I was talking about them, and I was like, yo, I never said anything about y'all. I don't even know what y'all talking about, but I'm aggressive. So I'm like, yeah, like, fuck is y'all talking about? Like, I'm trying to remain calm, but it was just weird. So then in this space, which this is drama, we are reporting drama. We're starting and mixing and tricking up drama. Cool. But I don't want to be a star player in the drama. I just want to narrate the shit. So, oh, what's up, Pumpkin? So whatever the case, yeah, Ash, that's what happened. And it was a big ass thing. So, and then also, I was like, damn, do I want to continuously report on the same person? Or do I want to mix it up? Do I want to, like, so it was just a back and forth. And there is one person that I was anticipating, like, having some level of, some kind of interview with. But, um, mm, I'm just in a weird space about the blogging because it's like, oh, what up, Pumpkin? What up? I don't really want to. I want to report on this story, but I want the shit to be lit. So that's where I'm at. So yeah, I was just talking about spiritual whistleblower and just basically seeing like her progress over the course of a couple years, and she's still the same person. And I'm not saying that's not like she haven't evolved. Still angry, still cursing and yelling and seething out the mouth and shit. And I don't think that's good. And I can't follow a person or even listen to somebody that's doing that shit. I'll be blacking the fuck out sometime. I want to look like, where's your calm, mellow side, or showing any type of honor to young women that's trying to, like, better themselves and all that bullshit. She just act ratchet to me, and I don't like it. But yeah, I wanted to see if y'all wanted to come up and comment on her before I dropped, because I thought she's an interesting topic. Who in here? Tonya. Pumpkin, you want to come up? You know about her, Pumpkin? What the hell are you doing? Damn, it's late as shit. Hold on, let me see if Pumpkin want to come. Yep. Pumpkin.
Hello, what's going on, Lives on Live?
What up? You know about spiritual whistleblower, right?
Yeah, I used to follow her. I used to like her content, but as time went on, I don't know. She just became a little bit more weird. But I have been following Shira Seven for
Mm.
much longer than I have been following the whistleblower, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what I noticed was that like she she has too much vitriol towards the people that she like talk about to me. So I really didn't like that, right? And
Yeah.
then when you have the Shira Seven's husband pass away, she just started going in on Shira Seven like hard, And I'm looking at her behavior and how she dressed. I think she just really kind of like a attention seeking herself. I don't want to call her names or whatever, but I think she's attention seeking type of chick. And when she be out on the town, whistleblower be wearing like the most provocative like type of shit. I don't really respect that. You know what I mean? She's given that she missed out on her 20s of dressing like she, could put on cat suits and sheer outfits and shit like that. And I mean, I guess I just bring that part up because I feel like this speaks to her immaturity
Mm.
and her arrested development, because it kind of sounds like she got a little bit of slowness, like not slowness but stuck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like she just
Yeah.
stuck at a certain period in her life instead of moving on. Like there's really no reason for her to hate on Shira, and I actually think that she just don't really understand Shira Seven content, to be completely honest, because Shira is very transparent in how she feel. But when the whistleblower talk about how she feel about certain stuff, I think she's hiding the fact that she's really kind of jealous of Shira's
Mm.
son, and that she may be envious that her life is not comparable. You know, they totally two different contents. They could have been surviving. They had a lot of people, both, you know, people who liked both of them, but since she started like spazzing out, and I think she kind of had like a breakdown because people weren't on her side when she started to verbally attack Shira. I think she just ruined it for herself because a lot
Mm.
of people like myself are just turning our backs on this type of bitch, to be for real.
What's the difference between spiritual whistleblower and Shira Seven, though? They content or what you get from them.
Share 7 is about making sure that you level up, and if you know, want a man with money or high value man, that's what she talks about. She talks about leveling yourself up and making sure that you do for yourself in the process. And she really don't have a problem saying she's a narcissist, right?
Hmm.
She doesn't hide that as a secret or anything. She's really just giving women the advice to go after the high value man. That's if they want the high value man. If they don't want a high value man, then that's not the content for you. The whistleblower, the spiritual whistleblower, she just points out people's narcissistic views, but I think she's also a narcissist. I don't really think that she's doing as much awareness as she thinks she's doing. I think she's doing more like, hey, look at them, I'm a narcissist, and that's how I can tell who else is a narcissist. But I don't think she's like doing any straight up awareness. You know what I mean? I think she just kind of denying the fact that she herself is a narcissist too. But while also picking out everybody in her family that's a narcissist, everybody that in her family that's done anything to you, and she doesn't really focus on healing to me. She just focuses on like
Point.
people that she think is gonna have a downfall.
Yeah. So, and that's one thing that I noticed about spiritual whistleblowers too. Like, I don't really follow Shira Seven, but I know what she talks about, like leveling up, getting the men, telling the women how to get their bread from them. But what do spiritual whistleblower tell the women to enrich themselves or enlighten them, or do she say anything about those types of things?
Not that I can recall. To be honest with you, I really don't think she focused on like self improvement or anything like that. I just think she'd be, you know, snitching on everybody that she think is a narcissist that's famous too. You know, she might give you tips on who's a narcissist within your family, but she's more like go no contact type of person. She's not talking about repair, not like you have to, but she's not talking about like, you know, self improvement in any type of way. She's just, you know, mainly I think going off the clout of pointing out who the famous narcissists are and who the famous ones that she think is going to fail. She's not really enriching people's lives, in my opinion. To me, she's closer to like the gossip side than she is towards self improvement or achievement of any type.
Right. What's up, Hope? Hello.
Hey,
Hey, how are you?
I'm good.
Hey,
I'm
do
sorry, I
you?
was eating.
Oh, sorry. You know about spiritual whistleblower?
Yeah, that lady got issues. She really do.
What's up, Tay? What you think about her or her
I
content, rather?
I think at first, like I remember she blew up like a long time ago, and I think some of her messages is giving it's like wrong. It's like right message, wrong messenger. But I think she envies of a lot of the women she talked about. I think she envy their lifestyle. Um, and she comes off as like a low key. She kind of come off as a bully, and she
Mm.
too grown for that. I really be looking at her like you too grown to be this petty. Like you be talking about these men, but she just like them.
So you think so you think that she's like envious of Shira Seven and the other women, right?
Absolutely, absolutely, and yeah, absolutely. And I think she comes off as very bitter. I don't know. It's just like I don't know if the way that she delivered her message, even before she got into it with Shara Seven and the other women, she just come off as very bitter.
Mm. What's up, Tay? What you think?
I'm on. It's a little loud where I'm at, but basically, I just feel like she's a hater. Like her whole audience is bashing somebody. Like she never gets on there trying to uplift people or give you advice. It's more about always talking about somebody else and making them, feel bad or look bad or trying to have an underlining meaning. So that's why. But it's
Right.
loud. I'm gonna.
I heard. I heard. Yeah, I was thinking. I was scrolling, and I don't know. I just wanted to see. I thought when I saw her on TikTok on this app that it would be some level of growth. She had a book she was promoting and what 2023, 22. Like she was making her strides to become like, successful in the social media realm. But it's like her content just be seeming poisonous to me. Don't seem right.
Yeah, because she realized too that like you can feed off of negativity. So what do I need to keep being positive for when I did that for 2022 and I didn't get me nowhere?
Right.
If I'm sitting on here bashing somebody who has a lot of public outlook to everybody else and they're looking up to them, they're going to look at me as recognition because I'm bashing them. So it's going to have people in an uproar. That's what her whole logistics is. If it's not an
Mm.
argument point, she doesn't have any type of fame. Like you're not gonna look at her name if she's not talking about Share Seven. Like that's what my whole point is.
I think she
Wait,
too. I think she very self centered too. Like I noticed that like she work out and I think she's doing that for like attention, because she obviously wants to look better. But like I mean, I don't remember her teeth being this big. Maybe y'all can chime in and say, but I
Teeth
think she
always
got.
been like that,
her teeth
Pumpkin. I
always
think
been
she's
big.
skinny. Yeah, I think
She
she
always
got
had that
skinnier.
donkey teeth.
Mm-hmm.
I
And a
thought that
strong
was fake.
face.
I thought that was fake. I think she do everything for attention. To be honest, even down to her glasses. I think she just, she do stuff for attention. Like this, this is like her everyday look. But then when she dress up, she just be wearing like,
It'd be a lot.
yeah, it'd be a lot. And it's like a narcissistic person does stuff like that. They do it for the clout and for the attention, and it's a little
Yeah,
bit
I knew.
overboard. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree, and I think I'm sorry. Yeah, she definitely doing it for clout. Cause at first I was like, okay, but then she had a whole interview with a whole nother man, a whole nother Dusty interviewing her, and she's speaking on different people's relationships, and she was
Mm.
yeah y'all didn't yeah she was like being interviewed like like some I don't know. That's when I
By
knew
another
okay she
no
probably doing
name.
this for the money and the exposure.
It's probably with somebody that she knows.
Yeah, I gotta run this live back because I gotta go and get more nosy about it because I'm just looking at it from the bird's eye view from before and now, and talking about the change. But I gotta really go and study up on her more because that's some shit I miss. Because she always promoting girl power and talking
Yeah,
about the pick me's, but that's
yeah, that's what
crazy.
her topics was. I remember now that you brought it up. It was about pick me because I was just gonna
Mm-hmm.
say I can't remember what she was talking about before she started talking about Share Seven, and then trying to, post all her history and stuff.
It like the same way like the DL Whisperer was being interviewed. That's how she was being interviewed. She had like a whole interview, and I forgot who
You
she
think he
was
was in
speaking on in
jail?
that interview.
Yeah, he locked up. I know he
I
had an
don't know
interview
what he
with Tasha
did.
K, the
What
DL
do you?
Whisperer. Yeah, before he went to jail. And she was promoting, I don't know, like, I didn't really get into the DL Whisperer and what he got going on with T.S. Madison and them, but she was on the DL Whisperer's side because, whatever she got going on with, that community. She ain't fucking with it.
I
What?
used to like him at first, but I started thinking he's delusional. Like
Why?
you
Yeah.
because it comes to a certain point, he would go on live and stare at people or record them off of their live and then post on his page. Like, you seen the way he looked at his friend? That's DL.
Yeah, they
Oh,
both got that
Like,
same. I'm sorry,
what?
but they both got that same the spiritual whistleblower and the DL whistleblower. They say they have that same kind of aura about themselves. Like they I think they got like obsessive personalities. Clearly, she obsessed with Shira because she can't stop talking about it. And from what I heard, like the DL whisperer was like following T.S. Madison or pulling up to the house, and I think DL was going after Dominique Morgan and stuff too. So it's really giving like kind of psycho obsessive disorder. Like something is not right with the girl. She's probably on a lot of different medications or whatever. But all I know is at the end of the day, I stopped following her, and I just rather follow Shira content, even though I'm not looking for no man or nothing like that. I still like the transparency that Shira Seven have, and I'll pick her over the whistleblower any day. And to me, the whistleblower,
Yeah, me
she
too.
give me like criminal activity type of vibe too. Like this could easily be a prison photo. You just put a couple numbers underneath her chin. That was just prison.
it's the energy too behind the videos. Like when I look at Shira, like it's relaxed. She chilling. She being playful. Like her shit is like, yeah, because the motherfucker. Like it's that energy seems exhausting when I watch her. I can't watch that shit. You getting ready to go to work and you hyped up from another bitch energy. I can't. It's too much.
She seemed like she's so mad. The spiritual whistleblower, she don't like. I wish she wouldn't go by spiritual because she really just seemed mad to me. And she say that she just knows certain things, but she really just looked like a bitch who would bite you if she had the opportunity.
Well, and I wonder from before. I can't remember. No, I remember her always. She did always dress like that, like promiscuous, kind of like a little bit too young. I think that she even have a daughter, a spiritual whistleblower, but I don't remember. I gotta go be nosy about her and do a part two about this because she been up to a lot since the last time I was on her. But yeah. But I'm about to end this. I just wanted to do 30 minutes. Pumpkin, you was really good commentary and and you was popping all of shit. And you too, Hope. Thank you too, Tay. I appreciate y'all.
I think you're welcome. See you later.
All right. All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Okay, bye, y'all.
All right. Thank you, Tay. Yeah, so that concludes the show for today, guys. I'm gonna do a part two about spiritual whistleblower because I wanted to do a deep dive into her current activities, the beef with Share Seven, as well as her current relationship with her daughter, because I believe she did have a daughter that she had custody over, and a few things that the lady spoke on too. So we'll probably do a follow up about this because I think it's a good topic to be able to look at a person's um, growth or lack of growth over time and then see the outcome of it and then also consider and see how the viewers think about it. But I'll be back with another topic. Thank you for checking out the lives on lives, the YouTube. Thank you. Like, comment, subscribe.